Yo.
Welcome to the podcast again.
13? That's what we're on, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Grab a snack.
I'm grabbing a snack. I forgot to open these before we started. Oh, my mic's not in the right direction. So, ASMR, Grace eats Star Crunch for an hour.
Honestly, that's satisfying. I don't... Ooh, the crunchies, the peelies.
I'm doing the thing that I hate when YouTubers do. As a person who actually watches ASMR.
What are you
Yeah.
doing that you hate?
Where they just like make literally any sound into the mic and they're like, oh, ASMR. And I'm like, stop.
I just think it's funny. Whatever.
Well, okay. It's not so much that I hate that, but do you remember when like the ASMR trend was like going around YouTube?
And they were like, oh, it's cringy.
No. When just like everybody decided that they should try and make an ASMR video. And then all they would do was like open a bag of chips and like whatever.
I haven't even been recording. I pressed the wrong button.
So the first minute and a half, Cade probably can't hear her. It's fine.
I'm so sorry. That's my fault. I pressed the blue button, which is like, go, instead of the red button, which means stop in brain. But,
Why does blue mean go though?
blue means go.
Green means go.
Green means go, but blue means, good. Blue means you're good to go.
That's also usually green. Where?
No, it's not. Red means stop, though. Red does not go.
But
Out
red
of the
means
two.
record.
You got me there. Because obviously it does. But
So everybody got a minute and a half of me talking to myself.
and
And
crying
the very,
ASMR.
very distant ghost across the room.
The one thing that I can't stand with ASMR is when people like whisper at me.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand it.
I can deal with it for a little bit when they do like an intro. But just for some reason, whispering for unnecessary extended periods of time just like gives me anxiety.
It gives me the willies. I don't like it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I feel you though. It's like, because again, back to like when everybody, just the ASMR trend and everybody was like, oh, I should try to make one of those. They would be whispering for like a 30-minute video and then making like really not satisfying sounds into the mic, being like, oh yeah, I'll open this soda can.
I actually find that satisfying.
I do like that sound, but it's not a good ASMR sound to me.
Can't relate.
Because you only do it once. There's like part of ASMR, at least for me,
Where it's like
fart.
continual.
Yeah, it's like repetitive.
They
That's how you
are
get the
probably going to
tingly-
be stinky. I just fed them.
They're always stinky.
Now they're going to be advanced stinky.
You want a Star Crunch?
I don't want to eat on the podcast because I have manners.
We're called the Generally Feral Podcast. Ain't nobody expecting us to have manners.
That fucking look, though. Bewilderment.
Listen, manners are for when you're in public.
But we are presenting a public available thing.
It's different.
It's not different.
It's totally different.
Another thing I can't stand is like lip smacking.
Yeah.
Like I can't even
Like I'm doing right now.
fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Like if somebody's just like too close to the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can just hear it, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a bad time.
It just made me think of a recent Super Mega podcast where Ryan was just doing that for like 5 minutes. I was like, I swear to God, if he doesn't stop, I have to stop listening to this episode. I hate it.
Ugh. I don't like it.
But yeah, can't deal with it.
Mm-mm. It's just one of those noises that I'm like, ugh.
I hate. There's like a couple people at work who I just like hate it when they're having lunch in the break room at the same time as me because they just do that. I'm like, I need you to go. You have to leave.
Sometimes, like, I annoy myself with it. Like, you know, you be snacking and then you're like, oh, let's stop that.
I guess I don't notice a lot when I do it, but I always notice when the dogs are doing it.
Because they'll just sit there and lick themselves for 15 minutes and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Right?
That's
you
nasty.
Fucking nasty. Bella used to do that when I was like just in the bathroom. She would just sit outside the bathroom door and fucking lick herself, and I'm like, cut to me shouting from the can, just being like, shut the fuck up!
Bella, stop!
He's so nasty.
Looks the other way. She literally just like laid down to look the other way.
Have never been nasty in my life.
Can't relate. So I had an idea for a sort of Christmassy thing that we could do. What? Okay, I have my notes at my desk. It's literally just like a tiny sticky note filled with Christmas movies, question mark. Christmas cooking, question mark. Who thought of snowman? And why are red and green Christmas? Like, why are those colors associated with
I know
Christmas?
why green is associated with Christmas.
I know,
but I don't know
like,
why red is.
Red is like Santa's suit, but like, why?
Well, Santa's suit is red because of Coca-Cola. It used to be white.
So, like, why is red and green a thing?
I don't know.
Why
Like,
is it Christmas colors?
I guess I can't say I know that why green is, but I assume it's green
Because
is
of
associated
evergreens.
because of the trees
Yeah.
and the other plants that are associated. The only other red thing that I can think of that would like naturally be associated would be like holly berries, but
That would make sense.
that's
actually.
like a really specific thing though.
Yeah. But it is associated with Christmas, you know?
But I don't know if like red is associated with Christmas because of like Coca-Cola and their Santa suit, or if it's something else. I don't know.
I bet it
There
is.
might be some older meaning behind the colors. I don't know.
But that was something that I had a question. And also, we're gonna guess where certain traditions have come from, and then maybe in a future podcast we can actually, you know, figure it out, do some research, and talk about our favorite Christmas traditions and where they might have come from, or holiday traditions that are just roped into Christmas because Christians destroy everything they touch.
Jesus.
I still, like, we still need to make you watch the Christmas movie with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's just nostalgic for me, but those songs are just so iconic.
I do know, like, the one... Well, I don't know. I recognize the one where they're, like, introducing themselves or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It keeps getting stuck in my head because TikTok.
I just keep watching those because I'm like, yay, makeup.
I feel you. That, like, a lot of my For You page right now is, like, monster makeup and furry makeup.
Fair.
And just makeup.
That's really fitting to our characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are some Christmas traditions or holiday traditions you want to think about here?
I don't know. Earlier, I got chocolate on my cheeks. I don't even know how that got all the way over there.
He's
Like,
going on an adventure.
apparently, fucking 5.
There's tissues behind you.
I have sleeves.
You are 5. What the fuck?
Somehow both 5 years old and almost 89 at the same
Wow.
time.
That's like so old. You're gonna be in your hundreds soon.
No.
That's wild.
I never wanted to be alive this long.
Oh my god. Same though. Never thought I'd make it this far.
Humans aren't meant to be this old.
I'm supposed to live. Did you know that the oldest dog in the world lived to be 29?
What a good dog.
Right?
That also reminds me of a TikTok I saw earlier where it was like somebody saying that they were like 30 something and then someone else being like, that means you're older than all the dogs.
All the dogs in the world. I looked it up because of that TikTok. I have seen it. And I literally looked it up and it was a farm dog from Australia, I think. And it just made me really sad because I was like, oh my god. I'm gonna be older than the oldest dog in the world at some point. I don't know if I could handle that. I'm not supposed to live longer than dogs do. That's just not right.
Right? Dogs deserve more.
Yeah.
I don't deserve more.
Feel that.
Of course, maybe this is just my punishment. Like, dogs want to be alive. You can't relate.
Well, dogs don't have to do taxes.
It's true.
Dogs don't have to comprehend a lot of things. And
Dogs
that's
just
the
get to
ideal
vibe.
life.
I wish I didn't have to comprehend things.
I usually don't anyway. But like
The struggle of trying makes it that much worse. Merry crisis.
Merry crisis. So how do you think that people started decorating snowmen?
I think some kids were playing out in the snow one day and they were like, let's make a guy. You know, why not? And then, like, the nurse came outside and she's like, what the hell are you doing? And they're like, we're making a guy. And she's like, okay. What if you put some vegetables on its face?
What can we use for a nose? Carrot.
Right? Like, why did that become, like, why is that the stereotype?
And yet the most famous
I've never actually used a carrot
right?
for snowman nose.
Yet the most famous snowman does not have a carrot for his nose.
Yeah.
Frosty the Snowman has a button.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was watching Frosty earlier.
She's been watching not Hallmark movies, although she's had
It's
this
like-
Dolly Parton marathon on since I got home at like 2
You know
o'clock.
what? I'm kind of here for
Yeah,
it.
honestly,
At least I
yeah.
like
I
Dolly
don't-
Parton.
It sounds like, I don't know what it is exactly because I haven't actually watched any of it, but I keep hearing tidbits as I'm like running back and forth out of my room, and it sounds like it's just been the same thing on since I got home.
It's because Dolly Parton just like plays herself in every movie. There was like one that was like the history of Dolly Parton, and she was like a little girl, and then there's one where she's like an angel or something, and Steel
She is an
Magnolias was on earlier. I mean, it's true. But I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I like Dolly Parton.
she's great. It's also just like a lovely break from the Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it is.
Bella,
Why? What did you do?
she just was like backing up and then I think like tripped over something and spooked herself.
Those are very sharp.
What is you doing? It's just like, oh no.
Sorry.
Here's my alternate snowman backstory. You know how fuck, I can't remember what they're called now, but you know that the myth where they built a whole army of stone soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
That, but snowman. Like that happened in Russia also, but we can't find them because they were made of snow and they just melted.
Mm.
It was just an army of snowmen and like 3 bears.
I love that this theory presents itself as Russia.
Who else would do that?
Indoctrinating a whole, like, you've got to have somebody to make the snowmen, and then you
It's probably the bears.
I don't think they have that ability, but you have somebody who makes
Bears
all
have
these.
hands.
They do not have hands.
They have little bear hands.
Bears have paws.
They're kind of like hands.
They are not like hands.
They're like hands the same way that like raccoons have hands. They're
What?
just hairier.
No. What kind of nightmare hands are you talking about?
Listen, they can grab things.
Okay, they can. No, I don't think bears can grab things.
They absolutely can.
No.
Yes.
Pandas? Yeah.
So can other bears.
No.
Yes.
No. Look it up right now. Can bears grab things? They can wave. They can't
I've absolutely
grab.
seen bears like catch a fish in their mouth and then take it in their little hands and like
Yeah, but
eat it
they're
like a
using
chicken wing.
both paws.
so they can grab things.
That's
You think they can't build a snowman?
no. I believe that bears cannot build
I
snowmen.
think, listen, if a bear can eat a raw fish like a chicken wing, it can build a snowman.
Logan, stop. No. Fucking no.
I can't believe you are out here just dissing bears like that.
I'm not dissing bears. I love bears. I don't think they can build a snowman
They absolutely
because it would have
can.
been done already. There are trained bears.
They've probably built snowmen.
They have not.
Why not?
I don't fucking know, dude. What is this conversation? No, what I was saying is it's not the bears. You have a separate person training these bears to be indoctrinated into this snowman army.
What makes you think that the bears were just building their own army?
Because you said Russia.
Yeah?
Like Russian officials. Are you saying...
Wait, there's Russian bears, you know?
Well, yeah, but like you said Russia as in like The country.
Yeah.
Are
in
you
Russia,
saying-
where there are bears and lots of snow.
Are you saying that Russian officials are secretly bears that like to build snowmen?
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Like American rich people are lizard people, and Russian rich
Russians
people
are just all bears? Oh, that's crazy.
They
I
could be
hate
bears
this.
in like the animal sense or also the gay sense.
No, they can't be the gay sense. That's illegal there. You get fucking turned into rugs there.
That's why they had to build a snowman army.
To protect the gay Russian bears.
Exactly.
This is completely derailed.
I'm having a good time.
I'm not, because this is just like our conversation about the fucking what animal you would turn into.
It wasn't what animal I would turn into. It would be what animal I wanted for a pet, and I still want a talking dog.
I'm not gonna start it. I'm not. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not going to fall for it. You fucking twat.
I'm already winning.
You're not winning.
I mean, you're already mad about it, so I call that a win.
I'm not mad about it. I
You
just know
fucking
it.
twat. I'm not mad about it.
I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just here to speculate. Why do
So
I
if it's
feel
not
like-
about Russian bears, where do you think snowmen came from?
I think it was just like a cute family activity. Everybody was like, God, there's a lot of fucking snow. What do we do with it? Let's just dress it up. Make us feel better. That's where I think it came from. People were like, I dropped my scarf. And I'll just, throw it on this snow mound. What if that's how it happened? Like, somebody was, like, shoveling their snow, and it's just, like, a snow pile. And somebody was like, I'll just, like, set my hat here. And then it just, like, kept piling up to look like a man. And then it started talking, and then they were like, oh my fucking god.
What if it was like... Do you think ice sculptures came before or after snowmen? Like,
I want to say before.
because like...
Because, like...
What if there was like
Like a
this very
traditional
prestigious artist trying to build like an ice sculpture, and then some neighborhood kids were like, I can do better than that. And they just
It just reminds me...
made a pile and put a smiley face on it.
It just reminds me of two posts. One post where it was like a dog drawing contest, and it's just like this horribly, like, it's not horribly, but it's like really funny, like, drawing of a dog that doesn't even, like, it doesn't have a neck or like a head shape. It's just like, it's fucking wild. And then it was like a contest. And then there's one adjacent to it, which came in second place, apparently. And it's like this beautiful, like, watercoloring of a dog portrait. But the one that was, like, iffy was first place. I was like, that's so fucking good, though.
It's probably because the dog drew his self-portrait, and they were like, wow, you're just
Wow,
so
that's
talented.
amazing.
100%. You get the blue ribbon. Congratulations.
I just think it's so fucking funny. It's just...
And then this beautiful artist lost to a dog.
I mean, I would you even be mad?
Absolutely
I wouldn't even be mad.
If I beat the dog, I would be offended. Be like, no,
Right,
no, no.
like, hold
This dog
on.
deserves way more than me.
This is a dog in a dog drawing contest.
He's the only one following the rules.
And then there's the other post where it's like their work or whatever had a contest for pumpkin carving, and it's just the pumpkin with a really tiny face.
I've seen that one.
That's what won in like a whole office of artists. They were like, yes, I like him.
Which is fair.
Yeah. It's just like, art is subjective, and it's so fucking funny. I love it. Where do you think the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe came from?
Misogyny and or pedophilia.
Oh, really?
That's my best guess, honestly.
I don't like that. I don't like that theory.
What's your idea?
I didn't have an idea. I was just, curious. But I don't like this path.
Either that or it's some kind of like bizarre witchcraft where it's like if you're standing under mistletoe and you don't smooch whoever you're standing next to, like you're both gonna die or something.
I thought it was like to meet your beloved or whatever.
I don't know. Also, fun fact, the like mistletoe that we hang up is not mistletoe, that's holly.
Yeah.
Mistletoe is white.
I like holly though.
It is pretty, but like
isn't mistletoe like poisonous?
probably.
Like holly is not edible. That's for sure. We're like, just bring this dangerous plant into our house for funsies.
For funsies. To be fair, I have a lot of dangerous plants.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are both dangerous plants.
I'm not gonna eat my plants, and I'm not gonna let anybody in my house eat my plants, but like it could be an interesting way to go though.
You just take a bite out of one of your plants, you're like, I'm done.
Make a salad of poisonous plants. You're like, I think basil would be good in this. Try it with some ranch. Go out in style.
I'm just imagining, like, just because I'm, like, looking at your snake plant, you just, like, break a piece of it off and just eat it like celery. You just, like, dunk it.
Dunk it in peanut butter. Oh, no. I would never do that to him. He's trying so hard to stay alive.
I think mine got root rot, and, like, some of it just sort of, like, fell down.
Oh.
It just got, like, floppy.
No.
And it smells really bad.
Same.
Like, I didn't notice until, like, one of the leaves flopped over, so I just picked it up and put it in the trash. And then I'm just sitting here being like, what the fuck is that smell?
Ugh.
It smells so bad. What the hell is in here that smells so bad? And then figured out it's the fucking plant. It's supposed to make my room smell better.
Damn.
Stinky.
Betrayed.
Stinky boy.
Yeah, I have to dry out Magenta because I think she's getting root rot. And I'm like, please don't. You're my favorite.
I need to repot the snake plant because there's like 4 of them in the same pot, basically. It just had lots of babies. There were 5, and then one of them just gave up.
Relatable.
And the other one started giving up, so I just pulled it out and stuck it in a different pot, and I'm hoping it propagates, but we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Anyway.
What other things are weird about, like, the holidays that are just, like, tradition, but from, like, an outside... Imagine an alien comes to Earth and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you hanging socks on the side of your house? What the fuck?
It just makes me think of that scene in Nightmare Before Christmas when he talks about, you hang this sock on the wall. What are you doing?
Bella, You're so fucking mean.
You-
He was just laying there.
You're being a twat. We're gonna make you leave. No, I am. The Duchess is about me.
Be nice to him, you twat.
Forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, when he's like talking about hanging the socks up on the wall and they're like, ooh, does it still have a foot in it?
I mean, like, how would you explain it to someone who has never experienced Christmas or, like, any of those traditions at all?
I don't think I would start with the socks. First of all.
Well, what if that was their first question? Like, what the fuck?
Well, if we go by Santa Claus is coming to town rules, we hang the socks on the wall to dry, and then sometimes Santa puts toys in them. I think bringing trees indoors is one of the stranger ones.
Yeah, that is weird. Especially just bringing it in
So,
to die.
yeah, so we're celebrating the winter solstice by, celebrating the fact that these trees are green all year round.
By stealing them.
So what we're gonna do is cut it down and put it in the house until it's not green anymore, and then we're gonna throw it back outside.
See, I think that Rudolph and Animal Crossing have it right. Just decorate the trees outside.
Right?
Just like, why not? Well, you can't
Or
here
just-
because wind, but
Yeah.
like you could elsewhere, or
Yeah.
you could just do lights here.
Yeah. Or just get a fake tree.
Yeah,
Listen, I understand the appeal of having a nice, delightful
Real-
smelling tree in your
Yeah.
house.
just
But,
put
like-
some potpourri in your fig
Yeah.
tree.
My mom always wants to get real trees. Like, why you gotta go out and kill a tree just to put in your house for a couple weeks?
Yeah,
It just dies, and then you just get needles all over your house.
not a
And then it's
fan.
sad, and then it sits outside by the garbage cans for like months because the garbage people don't want to take it, and you have to cut it up to put it in the compost dumpster. But like, who's gonna do that? It's snowing. Anyway,
I feel like you have a personal vendetta.
we had a dead Christmas tree just like chilling in our yard one year, like through the summer, because it just it made me very sad.
Yeah, that just does sound depressing. just
It just like traveled through different parts of the yard for some reason. Just kind of rolled around.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that we don't have that problem. We have this very, very old fake tree, and it's falling apart. It literally looks just like a Charlie Brown tree. It's falling apart, and my dad won't let us buy a new one because for some reason he's very attached to this one. Don't ask me why.
He's a hoarder.
Yes. Which would make you think that, we could get a new one and keep the old one, but no. It's like, or whatever. If it was like the actual Charlie Brown Christmas tree, I'd be here for it. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, but then
But
this
it's
one
just,
you
like,
just are like
spindly.
struggling to get the lights to work ever, and like
The lights don't work and all the limbs are just like breaking off, so we can't like decorate it.
yeah.
Every year we take it out, there's like less and less green to it.
That's what it
Just,
used
like,
to be.
falls everywhere.
When the first time we got a real tree, it was because our fake tree just was like missing so many limbs. Because it was like nowadays when you buy a fake tree, it like comes, it's like maybe in 2 pieces or 3 pieces that you just stack them on top of each other or whatever. But like our one, literally every branch was a separate piece. You'd like put the pole in the middle together, and then it just had all these like separate pieces that you would just like hook like every branch
That's
into
obnoxious.
place. Yeah, it was super obnoxious, and of course like one or two went missing every year somehow, or they just like broke, or it was like going bald. So it just was like, it was a horrible, horrible tree. I think it's probably still in our attic somewhere.
Oh no.
But then it would like, it got to the point where it was like, we can't use this tree anymore. It's horrible. And then my mom was like, let's get a real tree. And then we did that for a few years until I bought a new tree.
That's fair. I can't wait till I have my own Christmas tree to decorate, like, in the space for it. That sounds so nice. Get to pick it like a color theme maybe or something.
I was thinking about that the other day, because I was like, it'll be fun to be able to like get all my own ornaments and stuff. But then I was thinking about, I love my parents' tree because there's few like store-bought ornaments.
Excuse me.
They're all just homemade.
Yeah.
Much.
I love that.
Yeah,
I think we should
it's a very
do that
unique
with
tree.
the squad.
And yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because I like, I like ornaments that you can buy. I think they're pretty, but it's like a fun thing. Like, my parents' tree is just an amalgamation of garbage that children have made over the years. And I've shown you guys the horrible pig that when my parents were like dating or when they first got married, they didn't have enough money to like buy a bunch of ornaments, so they made some with like polymer clay and or whatever, like air dry clay or whatever, and cookie cutters. And there's this one, we still have a few, and there's this one that's just this horrible pig, and I hate it so much. And every year I pull it out of the box and I'm like, Mom, I hate it. And she's like, why? Then don't put it on the tree. And I'm like, but I have to.
It's so ugly. I love it.
But it's like, I'm not going to say I'll put a picture in here because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find one. But it's like this, it's in like, picture just the chubby little like German child with a lollipop in that weird cute, like trying to be cute position where they're like being bashful, sticking out the tummy like, oh. That's not a very good description. It's fine.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just in this really like weird, like it's supposed to be cute, and it's just, I hate it. It's so ugly.
But it's a pig?
It's a pig. In overalls.
It's a pig in overalls,
Yep.
posed like a German child.
Yep.
You've shown it to me before.
Mm-hmm.
I have no recollection.
You probably blocked it out because it's so horrible.
We all know that I have the mind of a goldfish, so... Yeah, I really do like the homemade ones, though. They're some of my favorites.
Also, then you just, like, your tree is unique.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like everybody else's.
And also, there's always, like, stories behind things like that, you know?
And I always, like, when I was younger, I would always go over and help my grandparents decorate their house. And they have, like, a bunch of nice, pretty ornaments. And I'd always just kind of think about it, like, I'd decorate our tree at home, and it would just be, like, covered in trash. And then, but being like, this is fun. I made this. I know who made this one. And then, like, going to my grandparents' house and being like, I have to be careful. All of them are gonna break.
That's how I feel about some of my parents' ones. Like, there's a specific, like, case of really, really old ornaments, like, from when they just, like, first started making ornaments, like, commercially for this shit. And you can just tell that they're fucking old.
Yeah.
And every year it seems that I break one of them. I break at least one ornament, like, every year. And then I cry about it. And then I keep decorating. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, my parents have some old ones, some, like, old pretty ones, but mostly it's just, like, child-made trash. That's also, though, like, our homemade stuff is also how our tree went from always having an angel on top of it to just wearing a hat. A little tiny hat.
Yeah.
Because I remember, and I think we all probably made one of these. We still have the ones that Sam and I made, and then I made one later. Again, because they're just fun. But I remember, like, in kindergarten, making these little tiny yarn hats that they're like the size of your palm. Just a little tiny hat. That are just, like, tied out of yarn. And one year, like, the angel that my mom has is pretty, but it's a fucking pain in the ass because the plug doesn't fit in, like, the plug for, like, the string lights. So you have to plug it into the wall, and it looks ugly because you can just see the
cord
like hanging down the back of the tree instead of being able to wrap it up inside. And I got tired of messing with it one day, and we were like just messing with it, trying to get it to reach, because it's also not long enough. Like, the cord isn't. And I remember just, like, messing with it, trying to get it to stay on the tree, and getting annoyed, and just taking it off and, like, pulling one of the hats, and just like, boop, it's wearing a hat now. The tree just is gonna wear a hat, and then that just became a thing.
That's adorable. It's so cute. We do have one angel that is just, it's made of paper, and Nick made it. And it's just like this horrible child, like, created angel. And I think we've had it on, like, once or twice. But it's so cute. Yeah. It's just like, aw, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. But anyway,
good.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. We tried to make ornaments one year, though. Like, we tried to make ones where we took, like, the clear plastic thingies and put paint in them, and they looked really cool until the paint, like, dried and just, like, drained out.
Like, did not dry.
Yeah, well, it, like, didn't dry, and then it just, like, all sank to the bottom.
Yeah, it just...
So they just all look like they have goop in them.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, pretty goop.
This is
Some of it's got sparkles, but mostly it's just, like, brown.
It's just trash goop. Which I relate to, but...
They looked really cool when we were making them.
Yeah, they looked really cool for, like
a day.
Week.
And then it all just, like... goop.
Yeah, we should try to make ornaments again, but better.
I do like the idea of making clay ones out of cookie cutters.
That does sound cute.
Not horrible ones.
Yeah.
Then we'd have a reason to buy all the cute cookie cutters that we see at, like, the craft store.
Yeah.
And, like, every time I go to the cupboard, like, the store, not, you know, for listeners,
for fun.
Not just like go to the cupboard in the kitchen.
Cupboard.
But they have, like, a whole wall basically of cookie cutters, and I always want to buy them, but I'm like, I'm not gonna use this.
Right. Ugh. Yeah.
We can make little dinosaurs and
hell yeah,
aminos and stuff.
Hi.
If we ever get to, like, go places again.
No.
Because, like, oh god, I love going to the cupboard, but you also cannot be in that store without being directly next to another person.
Yeah. It's nice, but it's like...
It's very claustrophobic.
Yeah, the aisles are so close together. Really is just a cupboard.
I mean, yeah. I fucking love that store, though.
It's because you're a baking person.
I don't even buy baking shit half the time I go there. The last couple times I've gone there, I've just bought, like, chopsticks and candy because they have the chocolate bakery in there.
Yeah.
Or the case. I guess I don't know if they make it there, but whatever. And if I don't buy chocolate there, then we end up at Kilwins and I buy chocolate at Kilwins instead. I'll go to Kilwins. Ice cream.
You gonna go? Go get ice cream?
Oh my god, do you remember that time were you, I think you were there, when we were like sitting outside of Kilwin's having our ice cream, and they make fudge there, and you can when you walk by, you can watch them make it through the storefront, and we're just like sitting on the bench outside, and the ladies walked by, and one of them was like, I don't like fudge, and I just made this like, I just like looked at like did like such just the dramatic Southern lady like thing. Expression. I like put my hand on my chest and was like, oh my god, and like her friend looked back and just started fucking dying. Yeah. that was pretty good.
Ugh, I can't stop yawning. I can't stop yawning because I keep thinking of this TikTok.
It's 12. It's after midnight. I didn't realize that.
I keep thinking of this TikTok that was like, I couldn't hear, like, somebody was telling her husband, I couldn't hear you because I was yawning. And her husband was like, what the fuck? You can't hear when you yawn? And I was like, that's not, like, a universal thing.
Right? It was like, you can?
You can? Like, they don't hear the rumbling.
Yeah. It's like everything is muted when I'm yawning.
I can't stop. Because I keep thinking about it and I'm like, yep.
Bella, it's not about you.
So, the rumbling, can you make it, like, anytime?
Yes.
But do you have to, like, open your jaw?
Uh-huh.
I can just, like, make it.
I guess I can. I have to, like, tense my face muscles to it, but... Yeah.
I just, like, I don't know, move something in my ears and it's like, rumble.
I guess it's, like, moving the muscles in the back of my throat. Because I can move my ears without it making sound. But... I don't know, there's muscles inside my head that make rumble happen. I don't know which ones they are.
Rumbly, grumbly. I'm like, it must be nice for people not to have that, though.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't particularly bother me, but sometimes I just, like, can't hear people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens if I blink hard. Like,
we just talked about nothing for nearly an hour.
That's all of
Aren't
our
you
podcasts.
So glad you listened.
Now we just, like, keep passing yawns back and forth.
You did this.
I'm sorry. It's midnight. I'm not even, like, sleepy.
I'm always sleepy.
I'm always tired.
That's true. I'm not always sleepy.
I'm not always sleepy, but I'm always tired.
Yeah. This was supposed to be about Christmas.
It has bounced everywhere. Like, this is what happens when we don't stay on track.
Fair.
We need the whiteboard back.
I know, I can't remember what number we're on without the whiteboard.
Yeah, you did. You said it's 13.
Only because it's on my screen.
Oh. Okay. I was like, you did remember it. Time for more ASMR, guys.
If you're lucky, you'll listen to me get caramel and chocolate stuck in my teeth and then cry about it. 'Cause it hurts. I have manners.
Burping is just natural.
So is eating.
Yeah, but you can control when you eat.
You can control the loudness of your burps too.
I can't. I cannot. Riveting. This podcast is groundbreaking.
Half of it's just us yawning.
We just...
And me grimacing into the microphone.
You... You're gonna have to go back to your retail job all the time. We're never gonna make this podcast popular. Because it's just this.
I never expected it to be popular to begin with. Have we met? I'm not a popular person. I never have been. I've accepted it at this point in my life.
You're popular with me.
Okay, but one person doesn't make you popular.
I don't matter.
I mean, you're the light of my life and all that. There's only one of you.
That's gay.
And?
That's really gay.
If you think that's gay, you should hear just all the times that I refer to any of you in this squad as someone I'm in love with.
I just call you guys my soulmates.
No.
It's just how it is.
But like in casual conversation.
I mean,
When I'm talking about one of you guys. Sometimes I call you my lover.
that's not true. She hasn't fucked me.
It's because she wants me to punch her and I can't. Or choke you. Or like,
Stop, I'll get a boner.
you don't have a dick.
Yeah, you do.
Not one that can get boners.
It's got a boner right now. It's hard. Right now.
Okay, but that's not you getting a boner. That's just you owning a boner.
Same thing. Same thing.
In case you guys have missed our horny content for the last 2 episodes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just always horny content.
If that's not what you're here for at this point, I don't know what to tell you.
It's gonna be like that.
That's the sound of me nodding.
Where do you think caroling came from? Who just decided one day that everybody was like, all right, let's get a group together and go sing around the neighborhood. Let's go annoy our neighbors.
I have a realistic theory and a stupid theory.
I want to hear both of them.
The realistic theory is just based off of our Halloween research. In that you probably would just like go and be begging for money or food and put on a little show.
I won't do it for free, but I'll do it for a jig.
My other theory is someone in this village is an asshole. That's it.
So which person is being the asshole? The carolers or the person in their house?
Definitely the carolers. Listen.
But you could get back at the asshole by sitting outside of his house late at night and just scream singing carols.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's both of them.
There are 2 assholes in this village. They did it to each other. And then everybody else was just like, that seems like fun. And it just became a thing.
What the fuck is figgy pudding?
I don't know, it sounds gross.
I don't want that shit.
Logically, I'm inclined to believe it's pudding made out of figs, but even that just sounds gross. But like figgy,
Figgy.
just sounds. It doesn't sound like
It
something I
sounds
want to put in my
salty.
mouth.
It sounds salty to me.
Same.
I don't like that.
Also salty.
You don't sound salty to me. Not right now.
Have you listened to me speak ever?
I mean, not right now, like, specifically. I try to listen. Sometimes I'm just vacant, though.
Relatable.
Like right now. Just vacant. The lights are dim and nobody's home. I keep thinking about what you told me about that.
But it's about the bears, isn't it? You're coming around.
No. No, it's not about the bears. I keep thinking about what you told me about there's someone waiting for you, kiss her once for me.
Yeah.
Still keeps, like, it won't leave my brain alone. It has haunted me ever since you told me.
You're welcome.
No. I liked that song. So, for context, Kat was telling me how weird it is.
I'm pretty sure we had this conversation on the last episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember anything. So, whatever. But I used to like that song. And now that's all I can think of. Kiss your wife for me, BB. You BB. Bella.
I also like to imagine, like, what if you're passing the kiss along? So you're just like hanging out with your bros and you just give them a big wet smooch and you're like, give that to your wife for me.
That's how mono happens.
They probably had a lot of that back in the 50s or whenever that song was written.
Yeah. They probably had a lot of STDs.
Are you implying that mono comes from gay smooches? I'm offended.
Not just gay smooches, but like
Just from smooching your homies?
just Why are you so offended? You want to kiss right now?
Absolutely. I just always think of that TikTok that's like, I hate when my friends call me and say that they're ugly. What if you want? Just fucking kiss me about it then.
Yeah. It's a good one. This is just the TikTok recommended podcast.
Can we get sponsored by TikTok?
No.
But I give them so much free publicity. I should be getting paid.
You are getting paid, but not through the means you want to be.
Life isn't fair.
You could hoe out on TikTok. You keep threatening about it. Just
But I have to buy new clothes.
non-binary.
Non-binary.
You don't have any binary. That's so cool.
I just keep thinking about the one that's like, what does non-binary? You can't identify as Norbert. That don't make no sense. People aren't just born Nana Banana. Fucking love that one. Every time I hear the
So
audio, I'm just
good.
like,
People aren't just born Nana Banana. I also keep thinking, I keep thinking about voice acting and how I want to learn how to talk like an old-timey person, like that one TikToker does, where she just like reads old ads. It's so fucking funny.
my favorite is still the spoon
The
one.
spoon one is so good. I keep referencing it. Just keep an icy spoon.
For everybody who
Nurses
hasn't seen any of
swear
these
by it.
TikToks because you have a life, the whole point of this ad was that, like, basically if you just keep a cold spoon on you, you just whack your husband's boner and it'll go away.
Yeah. Which is... I don't like it, but it's really funny.
I just like the idea of, like, First of all, like, how do you have the cold spoon at the ready when you need it? But secondly, assuming that you do have it at the ready, like, your husband just, like, being a horny bitch and just pulls out his dick and you just pull out your spoon and you're like, no!
Bad.
And he's just like, oh, man.
I still cannot get over the... Oh man! Swipe or no swiping? Oh man!
I liked that boner. I gotta go make a new one. Also, Nat never informed us whether or not that's actually true. Bitch. I think he put the spoon in the freezer and then forgot.
Don't touch it with your bare hands.
Answers.
Well, I am also waiting on answers. It could go one of two ways. It could be the Skeletor meme, which, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Or it could work. Who knows? But my thing about that ad is, like, school nurses?
Right?
School nurses did what? They did fucking what?
We were talking about this the other night. Like, imagine just being the one who's got to be on wiener duty.
Erection detection squad.
Just, like, walking around with your, like, here's what I imagine.
Like this old hag nurse.
Yeah, the wiener squad.
Wiener squad.
She's just carrying, like, a bucket of ice full of spoons. Like, walking through the halls of the school, she just, like, sees a boner and she's like, ow!
I hate it so much.
She's got some, like, ninja tricks. Like, she's got them tied together with string, like, nunchucks, so she can just, like, shoot them.
Oh, she like, whips them?
Yeah. They're, like, in her sleeves, like, throwing knives.
just like, she has, like, a web shooter of spoons. I'm just, like, picturing Trunchbull. Just, like, carrying around a bucket of spoons with some ice in it.
The Trench wouldn't use spoons, though. She would just, like, chop it off.
Now I'm just... I'm not gonna say it. That's not for podcast.
Now you gotta say it.
No, I'm not.
You gotta say it. You can't just tease them like that. Now they're all gonna get weird boners. Because you're teasing them so much.
I don't think half of our listeners have the equipment for that, big man.
That's why I said they'd get weird boners.
That would be weird. Ghost boners. Do you think trans people might feel like ghost limbs?
I don't know. Like when an amputee has like
Yeah.
ghost feet.
Yeah.
Question for all our trans viewers.
All of
Do you
our
get ghost boners?
non-existent trans viewers.
Maybe one day.
All of our non-existent viewers, honestly. There's like barely listeners. Nobody's gonna watch this. And if you do, may God have mercy on your soul.
Why are you here?
I'm sorry.
How have you made it this far into whatever this is?
If you've made it this far in episode 13, I'm so sorry. Well, we did an hour. It's time to leave.
Yeah, we should have left like
A
we
long
shouldn't have
time
even
ago.
started.
We really...
We really literally just didn't talk about anything for an hour.
This is why we need the whiteboard. This is why we need to do our work and like put in research, because having a bit of a guideline helps, I think.
I don't know.
I'm not here today. I've checked out.
I think I checked out when I was like 9.
I don't think I ever checked in.
Sir, can I help you?
Knight, what are you doing?
He's like, bitch, you're still in my fucking chair. We had this conversation already. What are you doing?
Bye.